By pure coincidence, I had already written about this player in my Red Scouting book, and it is now broken on Patreon that West Ham United is interested in signing this player. It is Dutch left-back Owen Wijndal. He's 22 years old, and he plays for AZ Alkmaar, the team that he currently captains. I wrote about this player because I think he's one of the most talented left-backs in the Netherlands, as well as a player who could go on to be a strong left-back in the Premier League. So that's why I put his name down in my scouting book. I had no idea that the club was going to be interested and keen in signing him at the time of me writing it initially. So it's just weird how things work out, and I'm kind of bending the rules for Scouting Report because I'm now, at the time of recording this, going to be talking about a player who is on West Ham's wanted list. So I wasn't expecting this, but it is what it is. I'm still going to talk about the player, though, and I'm going to give my views on him and why I think this is a must-buy for West Ham, because that left-back position needs some improvement. It needs to be rectified. And I think that we can potentially kill two birds with one stone if we sign Wijndal. One, we get a younger left-back who can last many years. And two, we get a leader. Noble's leadership abilities will not be in the squad next year, and that has some potential to throw us off a little bit, because without his leadership and his presence in the dressing room, I feel that things might not be the same to the extent where we're looking for answers from other players. Wijndal already is a leader at 22 years old. It's kind of similar to how Declan Rice was. Rice was leading West Ham and captaining at a young age. This was the case with Wijndal. He's in his first season as captain of AZ Alkmaar. He replaced Toyin Koopmeiners, who transferred to Atalanta. What can I tell you about Wijndal? Well, he broke into the Alkmaar team in the 2017-18 season and signed a long-term deal at the end of the season, trying to keep him at the club for another 5 years. He made his full international debut in 2020, playing in a 1-0 friendly win over Mexico. And he's a very important player in Arne Slot's team. I think that he has all the traits of a modern-day fullback, and Dutch media tips him the same. He shows forward progression and likes to help his teammates to attack. The thing with Arne Slot's Alkmaar team is that it is very heavy on possession-based football. Playing from the back tends to be encouraged, but it doesn't necessarily mean that one has to be a static player. Wijndal's not a static left-back. Modern-day left-backs can't be like that. He uses this possession mentality to actually go forward with the ball. What's interesting is that he can play a more central role after he's got into opposition territory. He plays invertedly to cover the midfield so that his winger can then run. It's like a smooth changing of the ball, shall we say. That left-hand side for Feyenoord is Alkmaar. I say Feyenoord because I've got another player here who's Dutch that plays for Feyenoord. And he's right next to this guy in my book. So Wijndal plays for Alkmaar. Alkmaar's left side is very strong thanks to Wijndal. If we have Wijndal in our team and then Ben Rama there, or another left winger who's pacey, I think we could have one of the best left sides in the league. And I really do think that. The thing with Wijndal is that he cuts into midfield to mark an opposing midfielder and allows his teammates time to manoeuvre into space or to pass the ball. So he's got a little bit of off-the-ball movement too about him. But he still likes to cooperate with a left winger. It's like a relay race with a football. Go to the middle, pass the ball off and let the other player run. He's definitely on the radar of a few European clubs this summer. But the fact he's got a €10 million release clause, get it bloody well done. My goodness, get it done. Pennies. Absolute pennies. And you get a leader and a new left back. So as far as I'm concerned, you're getting two for the price of one with Owen Wijndal.